All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Today it is May 29th, 2025, and this is the weekly training that we do that is open to every agent and advisor that's out there. Specifically, right now, we are doing a series on what we call If You Missed It, and this is all from the great collaboration event that happened earlier this month and bringing back in the vendors that were there to talk a little bit more in case you weren't able to make it or didn't get to talk to everyone there because there was a lot going on. So, um, usually Phil Resch, owner of Valor Financial Specialists, hosts this, but today I'm taking his place. So, my name is Nathan Klug. And today we have the Lotus Group on that's going to talk about, excuse me, my voice. We're going to talk about life settlements. Life settlements, extremely valuable part of an agent's practice. I've been in the industry now for a little over 15 years. I can count on one hand how many life settlements I've sold, but I would never have sold those unless someone actually taught me how to do it. And that's exactly what this is. The Lotus Group does life settlements in a way that is ethical, very helpful, and it can give you the information that you need so that when you're in a situation that it makes sense, which it doesn't always make sense, you'll know what to do, what to say, and have a resource behind you that can help you get to the end goal. And this is why, listening into things like this is extremely important to help your practice. So with that said, I'm going to pass it off to Paul. First off, again, Paul, thank you
Patrick.
for being. Well, I'm sorry, Patrick. I thought my bad, Patrick.
No worries.
Um, I, I just like to keep Patrick on his toes, and make sure that he knows his name at the end of the day. But it was great to have Patrick at the great collaboration event, and I'm gonna hand it over to him, and he's gonna walk through his presentation. And then one other logistical thing for everyone: if you do have questions, the easiest thing is to throw them in the chat, and put them in there. And I'm sure Patrick will have a time for a Q&A as well, in case you have any questions and things like that. But without any further ado, Patrick, the floor is yours, and thanks so much for spending time with us.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I met most or all of you at the great collaboration in Dallas. And if I didn't, love to get the chance to meet you in person or otherwise sometime soon. So I've got a quick slide presentation. I'll try and keep it short, succinct, but very informative. And then we can go through any questions that you guys might have. But it's pretty basic, pretty straightforward. So here we go. All right, hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think it's working now. So what is a life settlement? Life settlement is a lump sum payment, one-time lump sum payment, cash payment for someone's insurance policy. Okay, someone might say, why would someone sell their life insurance policy? Well, we'll get to this statistic in a little while, but 85% of all life insurance policies never pay out a death benefit. So a person purchases a life insurance policy and they pay premiums for how many years, 15, 20, 30 years, whatever it might be, and they never receive a death benefit. Why is that? Most likely the premiums got too high. They didn't need it anymore. Their kids were okay. They were financially okay. Maybe it was originally an investment vehicle. Many, many different reasons, right? We like to say we buy life insurance policies from people who can't afford them, no longer need them, or no longer want them. That's simple. We are not talking about people who are going to keep paying in the policies. They want the benefit for their beneficiaries. That's not who we're talking about. Who we are talking about is people that no longer need them, no longer want them, can't afford them, or maybe they just need the money. I've sold life insurance policies or bought life insurance policies from people who were in bad health conditions and they need living expenses. I've bought life insurance policies from people who needed a new roof. I bought life insurance policies from people who wanted to take their kids on a European vacation or a Hawaiian vacation. So there are many, many different reasons why, but life settlements are now heavily regulated, 43 to 50 states and Puerto Rico. Who's eligible for a life settlement? Generally at 75 years of age and older. For those in the ages of 65 to 75, they need some significant health issues going on. And if they're going to be below 65, they probably need to have terminal health conditions going on. Okay. Remember, most people that you talk to, that you know, that we all know, 55% or more of individuals in the United States of America are not aware that they can sell their life insurance policy for cash. Just don't know about it. Okay. So a lot of them just lapse the policy. I'm sure you've talked to people in the past who said, yeah, I'm just going to lapse it, or I'm just going to give it up, or whatever it might be. Never, 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 never do that until you talk with us. We do free price evaluation. We'll get to that. This doesn't cost you any money. This doesn't cost your client any money. This helps your client, and we actually pay a fee or a commission to you, the agent or the advisor, for helping us facilitate the sale. And you didn't need to be the agent who sold the policy. Like we said, why would somebody sell their policy? Doesn't want it, doesn't need it, can't afford it, whatever it might be, or they just want the cash. Okay, next question will be, what kind of policies are eligible for life settlements? Universal life, whole life, convertible term. We even look at term policies, joint couple, key man business policies. We'll even look at IULs and VULs depending how they're financed, as well as group policies. And the statistic at the bottom of that slide, 85% of life insurance policies never pay a death benefit. It's a big number. So you got a lot of customers, a lot of clients who have bought these life insurance policies. They'll never see a benefit from it for whatever reason. It's a good way to get them their premiums back, do something good for them, and do well for yourself and create a new revenue stream for your business or your agency. So we do free pricing, no obligation, no charge. We'll get you back a price evaluation within 72 hours, probably more like 48 hours, but there's some things that we need to do that price evaluation, okay? The things we need are a copy of the policy, full policy, a copy of the in-force illustration run to maturity, the insured's date of birth, and a brief written medical history. No medical records are necessary. We just need to know what's gone on in their past health history, what's going on in their current health history. That's it. Just something quickly typed out. Patient has prostate cancer. Patient has early onset dementia. Patient has diabetes, whatever it might be, right? We just need to know. And remember, most people, when it comes to insurance, say, oh, I have to be as healthy as possible. With life settlements, it's the exact opposite. The sicker they are, the more the policy is worth, and it's easier to sell. Unfortunate, but true. Here's a good success story. Okay, so this was we sold the policy or bought a policy for an 85-year-old healthy female. The net death benefit was $2.136 million. The cash surrender value was $399,000. We were able to get the client $545,000 in a settlement, and the advisor was able to earn, I think on this one, practically $40,000 in commission or fee for helping us facilitate the sale. So that's 36% over the cash surrender value, and the advisor is earning a fee after 19 years after selling the policy. But remember, you don't need to have sold the policy to sell the policy. So what that means is if you have a client that you didn't sell the policy and they come in and they say, yeah, I've got this policy or that policy, these life insurance policies, don't know what I'm going to do with them. You can become the agent of record and you can sell the policy and you get the fee or the commission for it. And also remember, if it's a term and it's convertible, we will also convert it under you as well. So you get the conversion rip from your company as well. We will convert it under you as well. The commission is between 0 and 20% of the sale price. You determine what that number is. If you want 10%, if you want 15, if you want 20, completely up to you. The reason we have that as a floating number between 0 and 20% is several reasons. Number one, we work with a lot of registered investment advisors who are fiduciaries. In most cases, those individuals are going to take that money and probably invest it, so they're going to make a commission on that investment. And so they don't want to double dip on the client. So they say, I'll take a 0 commission. The other reason we do it is because the client or the insured does have visibility at the ending of the sale and the contract to what your fee is. So they will know how much you made when the sale closes. So some people are like, hey, I'll take 5%, I'll take 10%. Some people take 20. Completely up to you. It's your client. You determine what that number is. This isn't moving. Okay, there we go. We also have an advisor marketing program. What this program does, it's a series of 8 to 9 emails that we provide you. It's a step-by-step process of what life settlements is. So if you want to market to your client base, or anyone for that matter, we provide you with a complete marketing package from step 1 to step 10. And what it does is you can send it out to your clients. And the first one is, it talks about how you partner with Lotus Group and why. Then the next one is, what is a life settlement? Number 3, why would you sell your life insurance policy? Number 4, what's the process? Number 5, we go into the entire process and all the options. And then the last 3 or 4 emails are about wellness. Hey, being lonely is not good for your overall health. We give tips and tricks on how to improve their overall health. So just kind of an added bonus for them as well. All you have to do to sign up with us is sign a simple business agreement between the two of us. If you use our marketing products, you need to use our disclosures. If you don't want to use our logo and those kinds of things, you don't need to use our disclosures. That's all the business agreement says. But the marketing package is completely free to you and to anyone you want to use it with. Also, we have an advisor marketing incentive program for any person, any agent or advisor that brings us a qualified policy. We'll pay them $300. Now, this is on top of the commission or the fee you receive for selling the policy. So the qualifications are, they need to be 75 years of age or older. You need to attend a webinar, which you're doing right now, so that counts. And then an email simply sent to me saying that the client is interested in selling their policy. That's it, nothing more. So for every policy that qualifies, you'll get paid $300 from us. Remember, this is a value add for your clients. A lot of your clients, if they're not coming to you about this, you're not talking to them, they may be selling it to those companies that are on TV. And a couple of things are going to happen. 1, they're not going to get top dollar. 2, you're not going to be able to help them and provide that value add as their agent or advisor. And number 3, you're watching revenue walk out the door. So it's a win for the client, it's a win for you, and it's a win for us. We're here to help you and your client go through this process. It doesn't cost anything at all. We do all the paperwork. All you need to do is get us those 3 things for the price evaluation, and then there'll be a HIPAA that is signed so we can get their medical information. That's all the client ever does until they sign the document at the end of the sale. That's it. No fees, no charges. We do everything from there. I know I went kind of quickly, but does anyone have any questions?
I was going to say just a couple comments on my end, but if anyone has any questions, since we have plenty of time, you guys can unmute yourself or put it in the chat. But yeah, life settlements are super simple. It's just keep that knowledge in your brain. And I'll say with what Patrick is offering with between the marketing package and things like that, and also qualified $300 for a qualified lead. That's a big deal. Most other life settlements companies don't do that. So this makes it very simple for you to be able to implement. And like I said, you may not have clients that you're going to run into all the time with this, but just by having the knowledge now, when it comes up and you run into that scenario, this is something that you want to take a look at. And if anybody's selling, Medicare, or things like that, or annuities, this is a great add-on to be able to know about and to be able to talk about with clients, especially as you do a review. But those are kind of my notes. I suppose I'll just ask one question, Patrick, from my end. And is there any other, like you mentioned, other companies, but any other type of agents that you work with the most, and which you get a lot of your life settlement referrals?
No, not specifically. Obviously, people who have been in the business longer have older clientele, so that always helps. But I have people that market on Facebook or market on TikTok or Instagram. I have people that do mailers. I have people. It really just depends. I mean, if I was an agent, I would be actively marketing this to my client base and all my future potential clients, simply because I've come from the background of sales where it's always the bottomless bucket theory, where if you're not continually filling your bucket, your reservoir, pretty soon everything goes out the bottom, right? And so this is another stream of revenue where it's already there for you. All you have to do is find it in your book of business or in your conversations with people. It happens every day. And so you're not looking to get 50 of these a year. I mean, if you did, wonderful. But if you find a couple a year, this is real revenue for you and your business, along with helping your clients not get taken advantage of in the market. Or the really sad story is when they just let it lapse and they don't do anything with it, and then all that money through all those years they get nothing out of it. Now they got the protection through the years, right? But when I invest in something, I expect a return. And so if I don't get some kind of return on my investments one way or another, that's disappointing to me. So to answer the question, all of the clientele are there. You just have to find them.
And Patrick, I'll hammer the point that you did. Like, I know I was talking about within just having the knowledge and bringing it up, but this is another good thing, that even to the clientele that doesn't fit the age bracket, being able to send out a message about this saying, hey, do you know someone? It sparks a conversation. Like, this is another easy marketing thing that is very passive, because you're not even asking for, like, you're not asking for the sale. You're just giving some people knowledge.
You're not asking
And
for any money from them.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're going to get the money without asking them for money. It's a sale that sells itself, right? Because you're not saying, hey, I want you to buy this life insurance policy. I want you to buy this annuity. I want you to buy this investment. No, no, no. It's the opposite. You're bringing them value because you're helping them with a problem, and you're bringing them money when they weren't going to have it before.
So what I was going to say is, even if you're working with younger clients, just change the narrative and say, hey, do you know your parents or someone in this age bracket? Give them the information so that they can have the conversation. And that may bring conversations that you wouldn't be able to have typically, that then you can talk about, and change the narrative and talk about other things. But you can't do that if you're not talking to people. So this is a very
Absolutely.
easy thing to do.
Absolutely.
Very easy thing to do.
Yep.
But anybody have any questions about what Patrick went over? Prasanna, I saw you just unmuted yourself, and Michael, but Prasanna, you have the floor first.
Yeah. So Patrick, I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
So do they, like a salesperson who is bringing in this, deal or something, do they need to have a license?
No.
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 Okay.
Sometimes you need like a broker's license in that state, but our provider who steps you through the process will actually help you get that. Sometimes it's not needed, sometimes it is, depending on the state regulations. And usually it's like you have to go and sign up online, and it's like $50 or $75, those kinds of things. But other than that, no.
Okay. Got it. The second question, in your presentation, you said the agent can decide what kind of commission you want, like from 0 to 20%, something like that, right? And you said it is visible to the client.
Yes.
So let's say in the example you have shown, if I decide to take only 5% of the commission, so the rest of the 15%, does it go back to client, or
Yes, that's accurate. So for instance, if you sold a policy and we bought it for $100,000 and you took a 10% commission, then what happens is the client gets 90, you get 10. So it just stays with the client.
Okay.
Yep. We don't, we have a provider fee. That's how we make our money. Now we're different than other people because we're a wholesaler. You and your client never see the fee that we charge. It's already built into the deal. So you never see that. But the difference between us and other brokers and companies that are out there is they usually charge about 30 to 40% right off the top of that sale price. We don't do that. What we do is there's a provider fee that's usually 1 to 1.5% of the net death benefit. And then we take that out and we split it with our provider. So we don't charge the excessive fees that you see with other companies. And then you and your client never see that because we just take it out as the provider fee, and we take a much smaller number than the other companies do. So what that means to your client is more money, and then it means more money to you because the percentage is higher. Or the number is higher, and then you decide your percentage.
Got it. Thank you.
But it does, you're absolutely right. That number, whatever you don't take, just stays with the client. Now, I will throw one more thing out to you guys. I don't want to make this too confusing, but there is another product that's actually really exciting. It's a great product that we've been doing for a while now, and it's called a retained death benefit. And so instead of giving people a lump sum cash payment, what we do, let's say, for instance, $1 million policy, we can, if the financing looks good on the policy, we'll buy the policy, we'll pay the premiums, and we'll let the insured keep half of the death benefit for their beneficiaries. So $1 million policy, the numbers look good. We'll let them keep $500,000. We buy the policy and we pay the premiums. They never have to pay anything else, and they still get half the death benefit.
Well, does anybody, Prasanna, go ahead.
Yeah, so on the second deal that you just mentioned, the conditions would remain the same thing, right? Like
Yep.
above age 75 or
Yep, conditions remain the same, and on that, the numbers would stay the same, because what we do is we take a percentage out of that sale price and give it to you, so that the numbers would actually be higher for you on your commission. But it's called a retained death benefit, because we don't give the money to the client immediately. It is given to their beneficiaries upon death. So it's just that the number is going to be much larger than it would be in a cash settlement situation. Still make the fees, still make the commission on the sale, you guys do, but the insured would get half the death benefit, but did not have to pay any more premiums. Now, it doesn't work on every deal, on every sale, but the ones it does work on, it's very popular, because a lot of people say, well, I can't pay these premiums. It's just they're getting to be too high. We take over the premiums, the life insurance policy stays in effect, and it always stays in effect. But in this scenario, the insured would still get half the death benefit, or their beneficiaries would.
but the agents would get paid immediately, or
Yep. Agents get paid immediately.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep. People really like that product a lot.
Hello?
We can hear you, Michael.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a question. You mentioned convertible terms. I just converted a term. Does it matter how long it's a UL policy? Does it matter how long it's been in place?
It just has to be the original policy has to be in place for a minimum of 2 years. If you converted it, it would still be eligible.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yep.
still, yeah.
Just the original policy has to be in effect for 2 years.
Okay, yeah. She had it for 20, 30 years. She's 67.
There you go. Yep. And if she's interested, like I said, you can I can leave my information in the chat, or you can reach out and talk to Nathan or talk to Phil, and they'll get you in touch with me. Or you see my information right there on the screen. My cell phone number is right there, and my email address is right there.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, absolutely a possibility. It's just 2 years after the original policy.
Got it.
And one thing I did not mention, it has to be a net death benefit of $100,000 or more. So the basement is $100,000. It needs to be $100,000 net death benefit or above.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask what the minimum is.
Yep.
Okay.
Any other questions?
And you did say you guys kind of shy away from both IUL and VUL?
No, we look at IULs and VULs. It's just they're based on interest rates sometimes, obviously, and so they're a little more tricky. But we will definitely look at them.
Oh, okay. Got
Yep.
it.
They're just a little bit of a more of an uphill climb on those, but no, we'll definitely look at them.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. Anybody else? Well, I appreciate you guys letting me come on. Obviously, my information's right on the screen there, and you can also reach me through Phil or Nathan. Really enjoyed the conference in Dallas, and I'm sure I'll be back to do another one of these in the future. But if you guys ever have any questions at all, feel free to call me, email me, text me. I'm always available to answer questions, help in any way. Like I said, free price guidance. We'll get you an answer on price within 72 hours with that information. And your client is never obligated at any point in time, and it doesn't cost anything. So it's just a little bit of time and a little bit of submitting some information to us, and we can let you guys know if there's value, and then you and your client can decide if that's something that they're interested in.
Patrick, thank you so much for, I mean, that was a really efficient use of time there, and really looking forward to working with you on that end. And again, anybody that has any questions, Patrick's information's on there. If you don't get it right now, we do have this recorded, and if you just ask, like I said, myself, Phil, or anybody on the team, we can make sure we get you that information. But Patrick, again, thank you for the time, and yeah, we definitely look forward to having you on again. Like this information is always good.
Like I said, guys, always available to help. I tried to keep it short and sweet because I know it's late, but also I want to get the pertinent information in, let you guys know that there's opportunities here, there's revenue here, and you can help your clients. So no need to drag it out. It's pretty simple, but always here to help. So by all means, reach out anytime. Always here to help.
Thanks, Patrick. Everyone have a great day, and look forward to seeing you on next week.